Hey everyone, Megan here with another scrapbooking video for you, scrapbooking process. I just have these 3 pictures that I've been wanting to scrap for about a week now, and I keep sitting down to do it and I just don't have any mojo. So I went on to Pinterest and I found a page that I liked, and I took a picture of it with my phone. Like, I just went so that I would remember which one, and then I emptied my phone off, and it's on my other computer. But anyway, so I will see if I can find it. I thought I'd do this video a little bit different since I'm having such a hard time trying to figure out what I want to do with these photos. I thought that I would start by talking with you and kind of going through my paper choices and stuff, and then I'll fast forward it and do a voiceover. Okay, so here are some pages. This is on my Pinterest board, and let's see, it was a sketch that I found, and it was this one. So I don't know if you can see that very well, but basically there are 2 pictures up here on the top and the title, and then here's another picture down here with some embellishments and stuff. And so I was thinking I could do that since I have these 2 photos that are almost the same, and I won't keep them this size. I will crop them down. And then this photo could go down on the bottom, and then I could like do my journaling on this side. And I came up with a title that I kind of liked, and I wrote it down on this little sticky note so I wouldn't forget. But this is my son Brennan, and when he was this age we used to call him Brenny because Jonas, my oldest son, had a hard time saying Brennan, and so he would call him Brenny. And it was really cute how he would say Brenny. He would say Bwinny, so like with a W, Bwinny. So it was really cute. So anyway, Sweet Brenny, Cuddle Brenny is what I was going to name this one. So because he's being like cute and sweet, and then he's being cuddly Brenny. So that's kind of what I was going to go with, but then I was thinking that he's being kind of playful up here, so I was going to say Playful Brenny, Sweet Brenny, or Cuddle Brenny, I guess. So Playful Brenny, Cuddle Brenny. So I'm actually going to change that so that I don't forget. So let's see, Playful Brenny. So I was thinking that this one would be good, that this sketch would be good to go with, and I don't really have any clue of what papers or anything I want to use. I'm trying to use up my old paper stash. I have a ton, like so much paper, that like the paper pads that I have been buying at Joann's and at Michael's and stuff. I have a bunch of those, and so I'm trying to kind of go through those lately. So I haven't been using my Studio Calico kits. I really would like to, but I kind of just want to get through all these paper pads. I mean, not get through them, but kind of use them up, and then I'll move on to my Studio Calico kits. So I really like this paper collection, and he's wearing red, and so is my husband actually. So I don't think that I will use the pink though. This one is mainly pink with a little bit of green, and this paper does have like a white flourish on it, which would look really pretty if I were to mat it. So maybe I will keep this paper out. I could mat the photos on that. So that's kind of nice. And then there is this green paper that I like, but then that kind of makes me think of Christmas because they're wearing red. So I think we'll just stick with the white. And I think yeah, I think that was probably the only paper I'll use for that. And I really want to get around to showing you guys how I have my room set up now. It is still a huge mess, and so I'm still kind of like, oh, I don't want to, but I like how it's set up now. It's a lot more scrapbooking accessible for me, because I would scrapbook on this desk, but it was over on the other side, and I had all my paper and everything everywhere else, and so it was just kind of not scrapbooking oriented, which is what I want to focus on. And so it was kind of hard to do scrapbooking layouts. Okay, sorry, my phone is going off with Instagram stuff, so I hope that didn't distract you. But I do have this paper that I was going to use on a different day, and I ended up not using it. And I had spray painted it with some mist, so I'd misted it. And I used the Heidi Swapp Tencel, and I believe the Primrose. I think that's from Heidi Swapp. But so I think that I will use this. I had pulled it out, and then I just forgot that I pulled it out to use. But so I kind of like that with that, and then this. So this will be the little area where I'll put a journaling tag, and I have all my journaling tags. Let's see, on my desk right here. A bunch of Michael's coupons as well. Okay, so I have all of those, so I'll flip through those before I come back and kind of pull some out. But I think that this is definitely the way that I am going to go. So I will start fast forwarding it now. Okay, so here are some of the cards that I've picked out, and I'm just kind of showing you them. That one has kind of like a grid on it. Oh yeah, there's no place I'd rather be than right here. Captured, and then a couple other ones. So I had these circles already cut out from random papers with my silhouette, and so I was going to use those. Now I'm just cutting down the photos, and I want them to be about the same size. At least that's what I start out wanting, and then I kind of decide as I'm cutting them to make them two different sizes. So here I am trying to figure out if I want to mount the pictures on that paper or not. I'm sorry, I hope you can't tell, but I'm eating a brownie. My husband made me brownies from scratch for Mother's Day, and they are heavenly, and I just couldn't resist eating one. And then I sat down to do these videos, or to do the voiceovers. So I apologize. I should post a recipe on my blog or something for these brownies, because they are, oh man, they are so good. And just have some cold milk with them, and they are heavenly. Okay, so I'm just placing these circles around on the layout, and I decided on those two Project Life cards. The one on the bottom is kind of like an orangish red color, and it's a chevron pattern. Sorry about that. And so here I am just trying to cut out some more of these circles. And I'm using this punch. My friend let me borrow this punch for a different project, and I keep forgetting to give it back to her. So I still have it now, and it's probably a month after this layout. Oh, and I guess I cut out a couple of them with my scissors. I just fussy cut them. So here I am still cutting out more of these circles. I'm just kind of placing them around on the layout. And then I decide to round the corners, and on this photo I wanted it to be a little bit smaller, just so that they would be kind of the same size, I guess you could say. And here I am going to cut down this paper, and I am going to use it as one of the banner strips. And so I use this paper as a guide, and I just cut out the banner. I'm horrible at cutting banners straight, and I like them to be straight and perfect and symmetrical, or whatever you call that, and so that's why I wanted to trace it. So here I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to put those two pictures, and then I'm looking for another pattern paper to go along with that banner on the top. And so I'm just pulling out some extra papers that could possibly go with this layout. And I like that polka dotted one, and so I decide to do that one. And so that one turned out pretty good. So I just cut that one off a little bit, and then I placed them on there together to see if I like that. And so I'm just kind of fussing with it. And then I'm happy with the way it looks, so I glue it down. And this layout actually took quite a while for me to finish. I'm not sure why it took me so long. It took 1 hour and 40 minutes. And when I saw the time as I was putting this video together, I was like, holy crap, I can't believe it took me that long to do this layout, because I don't remember it being that difficult or having that many problems with it. But I guess maybe I just went really slow while doing it. So I decided to put a banner down on the bottom in that polka dotted paper. And I'm just trying to figure out where I want to place those Project Life cards along with the photo. And I like the way that that looks, so I glue down the photo, and I just put something in the, or a strip of glue in the center so that I could layer the rest of this stuff around it. And then here I go, starting to put down all those circles. And gluing circles is kind of tricky, especially small ones like I had there. And so I pulled out this little glue, liquid glue. I think it's 3M Scotch or something like that. And I thought maybe I would use that, but I think that was kind of annoying too. Oh, maybe I did pull it back out to use it again. And sometimes the glue comes out really easy, and sometimes it doesn't come out easy, so I kind of struggle with the liquid glue. So I'm just placing them randomly on the layout. I don't really have a system to where they go. I'm just sticking them down. And I'm just, if you see me rubbing them together, I'm just trying to use the glue as sparingly as possible, and it comes out in huge blobs sometimes. So I was just rubbing them together to kind of get more glue off of them so that the glue wouldn't come out of the from behind the heart. And so I have all of those circles down where I want them. And oh, I had one stuck behind the picture, so I pulled that one out, and then I glued down the picture more since I had all my layers down. I just don't like just having the middle glued down. I like to make sure my pictures are always glued down all the way. So that's why I went back and did that. Okay, so I am just gluing down more on these pictures. I had those square adhesives, and for some reason I pulled them out. I don't remember why. And there's the layout again. So I just kept referring back to it. I don't know if I said, but I found the idea for the layout on Pinterest. And here I am trying to figure out what date it is and pulling it up on my roller date stamp. And I walked away for something. I don't know why. Maybe I was going to get my stamp pads to use the roller date stamp on. And I've actually changed my room up in the last week. My stamps used to be off to the left side, kind of far away in a box, and I decided that I want to start using my stamps and my stamp pads more. So I put them in drawers in my desk so that I don't have to walk away. Okay, so here I am, this is the first time I've used this Heidi Swap ink pad, and so I just wanted to test it out. So I just got a scratch piece of paper before putting it on the actual Project Life card on the layout, and then I stamped it on the layout, and that worked perfect. And the little saying next to the date says, "One for the books." So I just clean up all that stuff and put it away. I'm trying to be better about that so I don't have a huge mess once I'm done. Because if I leave a huge mess, I rarely clean it up all the way. If I'm done, I like to clean it up as I go. So I'm trying to be better about that. And so I just write Brennan and Daddy in the little speech bubble, and then it has the date below that. And then here I am going to journal, and it says, Brennan loved to play peekaboo. He also loved to cuddle. I love these special moments. Sorry. And I was just going back to the layout on Pinterest, and now I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to embellish with. And in front of me on my desk, I have a whole bunch of embellishments and tags and things, and so that's just what I'm reaching for in front of my desk. One of these days I'm going to do a scrap room tour. My scrap room is still such a mess, but I've been thinking that I need to do one at least of just my desk area so you guys can kind of see how I have things set up, but we'll see if I ever get around to doing that. Okay, so I found some wood veneer heart wood veneers that I wanted to use in the clusters. And right now I just have the two clusters, one by each photo, the one on the bottom right and then the one on the top, well, I guess the middle, but the left photo. And so I put down that washi tape. It's pink and I don't remember who it's from. I got it off of Scrapbook Steals a while ago. So I put that in both places. And then I have, let's see, sorry, I don't know what I'm doing now. I think I'm just going through my drawer to the side of me that has my stamps in it. These I used to keep my Studio Calico kit stamps in one of the drawers to the left, and now I've moved all of those stamps over to the right side. So I'm just kind of trying to figure out what else I want to embellish with. And I have these chipboard pieces, and there was a set of rectangle pieces. And I thought, hey, that would be kind of fun to make a little embellishment of my own. So I decided to use that chipboard piece. And then also I took a little break and I cut up some speech bubbles with some gray paper on my silhouette. And this was actually really fun for me. I decided to do a little, like kind of make my own chipboard. So I just stacked 3 of these little speech bubbles on top of each other. And you can see that they're a little bit thicker. So they kind of look like chipboard. I mean, you can tell that they're not chipboard, obviously, but it's just kind of nice to give uh, your own embellishments dimension. And so that's how I created the dimension on those elements. And I decided to put one of them right there on that little embellishment cluster. And I was just trying to figure out if I wanted to use the bigger one or the smaller one. And then I also made that little tag and then that one. And for some reason I didn't show you how I made that. That little rectangle was the chipboard that I had pulled out that I got from eBay. And I just cut out a shape on my silhouette of an arrow and then used the paper and just glued it on top. And here I'm using some twine and ink enamel dots. I'm going to put them in the 3 different clusters because now you can see that I have 3 clusters instead of just the 2. And in that 3rd cluster, the one right next to my husband's head on the bottom picture, that one's going to have that love this little arrow banner thing. And then it's also going to have the inside heart of that wood veneer. So I'm just kind of setting things up and trying to get them moved around to make me happy. And then I start gluing down the wood veneer and then the embellishments. And this little love sticker has a sticky back, so that's kind of nice. The chipboard I have to glue down with my tape gun or my tape runner. I'm not quite sure what I was doing there. It looked like I was talking to someone. Maybe my husband had popped his head in. But and now I'm trying to figure out what elements or alphas I want to use for my title. And I decide on using these rub-ons from Kathy Davis. And I'm not much of a rub-on user. I think I've said it before, but I don't know, like it just makes life a little harder on me. I feel like I have to be super, super careful when using rub-ons, and I'm not that good of a, I don't know, careful person, I guess. But the title is going to be called Play and Cuddle, and so I have that Y right there that I'm rubbing off, and I'm just going to have play be right there at the bottom of that banner there. And I don't want the title to go onto any of those circles. So that's why I was having a hard time placing the stickers down or the rub-ons because I wanted it to just be on the background paper. And now I'm trying to figure out where to put the word cuddle so that it won't hit the circles. And I kind of messed with this for a while, and I'm not too happy about how it turned out. I'm kind of frustrated with it. I wish I would have put it in a different spot. I don't know. I should have had it go across the whole layout instead of going down. But oh well, you live, you learn. Can't really change it now. But I finally decided on putting Cuddle down there around the picture. And so I put the C down, and then I kind of have to work a little bit to get the U to fit there. And the D actually does end up going onto that one circle. But oh well, life goes on. So play and cuddle is the title. And the words play and cuddle are going to be in caps, and then the word and is going to be in lowercase, if that made sense. It was kind of weird to explain how I was doing that, but so I'm just finishing up, and then I'm going to do and right there in the middle of those two words. And we're almost done. I'm just finishing the title. And that's about all with this layout. So I'm just putting away the rub-on alpha. And I'm going to pull out some more enamel dots. I'm kind of looking at it and thinking if I need more, and I decide to put a couple more up there at the top. And I was doing one big one and one small one. And those small ones were kind of hard to work with because they would move around and not go to the place that I wanted them to. So each embellishment cluster has 2 enamel dots and 1 heart, and then an extra little embellishment there. So I'm just putting on some extra adhesive, and that is it for this layout. Here are some close-ups. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great scrappy week. Bye.